Welcome back to another episode in the Carolina Panthers franchise, and we're starting off with a view of the NFL playoffs in the 2024 season here. And you can see that we're in the wildcard round, second seed overall. Going to be playing the Seahawks if things stay like this. The spot in the divisional, the first seed, has been taken over by the San Francisco 49ers. And I personally have to say that whilst I was super frustrated by the previous two games against the Chiefs and the Cowboys last week, both losses by the way, we were 11-1, and those 2 weeks kind of crunched us down to a 11-3, which still is a fantastic season. All right, and I was probably taking that into stride but I have to say that the team was just overperforming in reality compared to the team that we have, the players that we have. We were absolutely overperforming. And now I feel like it is slightly more realistic. All right, the 49ers are the best team in the NFC, and they should be taking that top spot, even if I will do everything I can to kind of wrestle that back from them. We haven't completely lost touch here. It's 12-2 for them and 11-3 for us. If they do lose a game and we win a game, it's 12-3 and things are equal again. So basically, we're just one loss on their side away from at least trying to catch up again. The thing is, though, that we are still in need of having a lot of wins. This week, it is the 16th week. We have 3 more games this season. It's going to be the Saints. It's going to be away at Caesars Superdome, so that's always challenging. The New Orleans Saints have a very good defense. Going to be taking a look at their team in a moment, but we do have more urgent matters because last week we had a few injuries happen during the game, one of which was Adam Thielen, and I was not quite sure how to handle this one because he is a player that I do consider as important for the team. He's 80 rated. He's a veteran receiver. He's the best slot wide receiver I have, and to be honest, I would hate for him to kind of miss the playoff adventure. But 6 weeks out means he's going to miss this week, next week, the week after that, and then 3 weeks of the playoffs, which basically is the wild card, the divisional, and the championship game. So I will be missing him for basically everything in the playoffs. I don't think we'll get that far, though. And I'm really thinking hard of just putting him on injured reserve. A player that I'm definitely feeling very strongly about putting on injured reserve is TYQUAN James here. Right guard, 73 rated, out for 4 weeks. I need to have a backup player on that position that's available now. And the thing is that he is not one that I will be waiting for. So we're going to be diving into the free agents pool, and I will be doing 2 things. I want to check out which offensive line players are available, and then I want to check out which wide receivers would be available that we could look at and maybe go for to kind of boost our team a little bit more. So left tackles, not really seeing anybody that catches my eye. Titus Howard, left guard, 28-72, actually not looking too horrible. Good strength, good awareness. AJ Can, similar, even has a little bit better strength, better awareness. He's a little bit slower though. Then we've got center Matt Paradis. This is not really. Right guard, not really. And on right tackle, neither. So actually, I will be bringing in Titus Howard. I will be moving him over. I just feel like that is the best way to go. He has the highest speed from the ones on the screen here. That is just the way I feel like is the best way to go. I will be putting him in there, but I will also be taking a look. I just remembered I do have Logan Bruss, and we might even be able to use him. I would like to have a mentor. That was the basic idea here, to have a mentor to help along Rainey. But yeah, you never know how things work. So next up, let's take a look at the wide receivers. Who's available here? Josh Reynolds, TYQUAN Thornton. All right, this is one to really think about because he's 24 years old. He's a super fast dude, 96 speed. That's actually really good. He's not very strong, but I think he could work really well in the slot. And basically, he's the youngest dude in here, so I will be bringing him in. Why ever not? He's 24. could be an interesting prospect for the future. And that means that I will be putting Adam Thielen onto the injured reserve. I don't even think that I'll get as far as the championship game. But yeah, never say never. Obviously, we have a short week this week, and the offense isn't going to have much time to prepare or practice the game plan, which could lead to them being out of sync, having a tough time moving the ball or scoring points. So Yito Gross Matos says, so what you're saying is that we need to step up as a defense. Short weeks are definitely tough, but that long break after is really enjoyable when you have extra time to review film of shutting down the offense. All right. Read my mind, rally everybody on defense around the idea of playing dominant defense, making life on our offense easier. All right. So dominate on defense, beat the Saints, allow 2 or fewer offensive touchdowns. All right, no buffs. We do have debuffs on defense from last week's game. That was a hot opponent. Let's check out the Saints right now. All right, starting quarterback, Derek Carr. We know him, of course, very well. Also from the NFL Rejects franchise, 33rd best quarterback in the league. Backups are Jordan Travis, a rookie, and Jake Hayner. Actually, I would be using Jordan Travis, but he was asking. Alvin Kamara, very solid running back. Kendre Miller and Jamal Williams. Kendre Miller is injured, by the way, so Alvin Kamara will be leading this charge. Fullback Ryan Nall. The wide receivers Chris Olave, Michael Thomas. We've got A.T. Perry, Jared Stearns, and Kalen Geiger. Tight end Juwan Johnson. We've got Foster Moreau. We've got Benjamin Urosek. Left tackles Patrick Paul. Just going through this. We already played them this season. I just want to get an idea of any crucial injuries. Ryan Ramczyk, for instance, is injured on right tackle, so that might help us a little bit. What about defense? Is there anybody out that might give us some breathing room? But it doesn't really look like it. I have to say, this is not looking too promising. Chop Robinson right there. Had a very good combine as well. If you want to see that in detail, just pause the video and do check that out yourselves, please. Now, weekly strategy. Again, we need a dominant defense. So what's the defense going to be about? It's about defending the short pass. I think that worked reasonably well against them last time. It's 91 defensive fatigue. I will be playing this safe. All right, let's go with half pads. We're nearing the end of the season. I want to have all my starters fit and ready to go. So I will not be pressuring anybody into the full pad drills here. Throw it medium. I'm not really seeing this one. We're going to try and run it again. Why not? 90, and we're going to go half pads. I don't want to have any injuries, plus Rasheem Bates looks a little bit tired here. So that's something that I would really like to kind of mitigate with an easier workout schedule here. Brian Bracey, top threat. Yeah, I know. He is going to be nasty. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., again, somebody has been injured here, but who is that and why? And who was moved out of the practice group here? Let's see. I think it was Wyatt Cutler. Could that be? I think it was Wyatt Cutler. Yes. There we go. Boom. He has to step in quite often, so I'd rather have him fit and ready to go. What's down here? Force 3+ turnovers. Yeah, we're going to go with this. I think we have to get 20 points or less. We are going to aim for 300 offensive yards. We are going to get... Let's double down on this one. Allow under 200 yards. I don't really see this happening too easily, but we might as well pull it off, right? Let me just check one thing. That's the only thing I'm going to be looking at right now. I would like to see if there is anybody on here that is a mentor. And yes, Cornelius Lucas would be a mentor. Cameron Fleming would be a mentor. I think I'm going to be going with Cameron Fleming. He just looks a little bit more solid on strength and awareness wise. Left guard is not a mentor. We need a right guard. Matt Paradis is one. Michael Schofield. Gabe Jackson. I can bring in Gabe Jackson. It's just... let's just bring him in. Don't really mind that too much. I want to have a mentor to help out with the training. Just give us an extra XP boost for the young dudes. We're going to be cutting the other one. Sorry for that. Let's just go in here quickly. Let's quickly go to the right guards. And we're going to be cutting Titus Howard, who's actually not looking too bad, to be honest. But he doesn't have the mentor tag. So that's something that I'm just looking for. One thing that we have to do now before we dive into staff upgrades And the player upgrades is the depth chart. I think that is going to be a little bit wonky again. So let's just confirm. Yes, all right, halfbacks. That actually works quite well for me. George Gregory works. Wide receivers: Jonathan Mingo, Laviska Shenault, Terrace Marshall, Anthony Schwartz, TYQUAN Thornton, Will Shepard. All right. That is also pretty decent. Not Ricky Stromberg, but I want to have George Gregory here. Let's go like this. Ike McWanu, that works. James Hurst, certainly no. I want to have Joe Farmer. I want to have Rasheem Betts starting here. I want to have Lindsay Rainey starting here. And over here, Ricky Stromberg is the dude I want to see in the starting lineup. Brandon Dorius, let's go. Fadil Diggs, that's looking good. Landon Jackson, Davin Van, liking it. Jemiah Trotter, that's all right. I think everything else is looking not too horrible. Stutzman should be my starting mid linebacker here. I want to give him the most reps, most experience here. That's just the way I want to have it. Von Bell is the backup. I know. Jamie Robinson is the starter. Let's just sort out the running back situation as well. I want to have Miles Sanders here. And now Tyrion Davis Price, just like this here. And the power halfback, actually Tyrion Davis Price, should be the top dude here. And we're going to move it like this. On the slot wide receiver, that's an interesting one. I've got Terrace Marshall Jr., Anthony Schwartz, and TYQUAN Thornton. I'm going to be using TYQUAN Thornton and Will Shepard here. And Anthony Schwartz as my third dude. Just like that. Why? I just want to have a solid rotation going on here. All right, so that was the basic stuff, the boring stuff, if you want to put it like that. We've got 16 points to spend. I will be putting those into the defense. I think the secondary is an area that we could boost some more. Certainly not wasted points. We're still not really where I want the defense to be in terms of upgrades, but we're certainly getting there. That is good. Next up, player upgrades. I don't think that we'll have too many though. Ike McWonu gets one here. That's now in 86. He doesn't have any buffs right now. He doesn't have any buffs. Jeremiah Trotter, he is growing so consistently and so fast. I really just expect him to be an absolute beast at the beginning or during next season. I will certainly be doing next season. Now, I want to have 3 seasons with the Panthers here. I'm not sure if we're going to win a Super Bowl though. That is not a route that I was aiming for with this group of players. I'm actually rather trying to build a team that is going to be reliable, solid, and tough to beat in the years to come, right? Not this season, and I'm not even sure if it's going to be next season that's going to be in contention for one of those spots. So, Wyatt Cutler, 63. There we go. That's the final upgrade. And now we're going to be diving into this game against the Saints. We already played them, and we won that game. So here we are, Caesars Superdome. I actually really think this is a beautiful arena from the outside. It was the venue of the Super Bowl this last season, basically. Yeah, since we are now already close to beginning the new season. Derek Carr and the Saints showing off their uniforms here. They've got a very tough defense, really tough, and we have lost the past 2 games, and I am really more than determined to get something from this game here. We're the away team, and we're certainly not going to be underestimating the Saints, who are an extremely compact unit. But we got players back from injury. I think that we kind of solved those injuries that we picked up last week. And we just have to leave those games behind us. That's just the way this works, just what we have to do. Derek Carr hyping up the team. He's not the best quarterback out there, but he's an extremely solid quarterback at that. So never underestimate him. Never take things too lightly as we start at the 24-yard line. We're going to immediately start with a run here. Tremble, Shenault, Mingo is breathing hard. You can see that the players are getting tired. It's a short week, so to be honest, I'm really more focused on playing it safe, not getting injured, making sure that we just, get something from this game without too much of an impact here. Mingo is breathing so hard. I'm really contemplating if it makes sense to even leave him on the field, or do I just switch the wide receiver 1-2 to somebody else and give him another breather. I know that is, in the long term that's going to bite me, but in the short term I need to make sure that I've got fit players. Let's use TYQUAN Thornton, or let's go with Shepard here. Why not? Will Shepard, wide receiver number 1. Otherwise he's he's injured as well. Did that happen in training? No, I checked that. Why? Now that is strange. Schwartz, TYQUAN Thornton. Maybe we'll just use TYQUAN Thornton. Maybe Will Shepard will return. Within the game, just seems like he injured himself ever so lightly. Now Thornton's my slot wide receiver. Alright, let's go at it this way. But I definitely don't want to aggravate any tiredness, any fatigue here that he might be feeling. So there you go. Chuba Hubbard, 16 yards and 2 rushes, certainly looking a little bit better. As that's Matthew stopping us. All right, there we go. Tight end angle. Let's go. Let's go. We've got 75% here on Bryce Young, 79 on Tremble, 84 on Laviska Shenault. So it does look like we have an injury here for Will Shepard, which is surprising because he didn't show up as injured on the injured reserve, on the injured report list here. So that's a strange one. But all right, I've got Terrace Marshall Jr. Let's see if we can hit him there. Let's go. There we go. All right, he's a speedster, very quick. Going down here. Tyrann Mathieu always in the mix. That's Chuck Clark right there, number 37, and I just love the fact. Again, I got a new screen, and I'm playing this in 4K now, true 4K, with HDR, big screen, and it's a joy to look at this, man. It's such beautiful graphics with a slight fog up there in the stands. That's really cool. All right, let's go. Right to left, Chuba Hubbard. We're going to go with some running here. Pete Werner. All right, good block. Let's push forward. Stop back here. 2nd and 6. 4 yards on that run. Against the Kansas City Chiefs, this was around the time where I decided to go for a touchdown pass. And you guessed it, I got that interception. We're not going to be doing that. What I mean by playing it safe is I don't want to have anybody injured, and I also don't really want to risk giving points to the opposition too easily. Certainly not something that I want to have. All right, let's go. Chuba Hubbard left to right, down the middle. Here we go. Good stop. There we are. So, which play do we go for? Halfback dive, 6 yards out. Let's keep running it. Very close to beginning the second quarter. So let's get that ball underway. Adjustment. Are we going to power in? Yes. Number 98 was coming from behind, trying to hit us in the back. But Chuba Hubbard, unstoppable here. Unstoppable. Break it in. By the way, look at the blue linings on the shoulders. They're kind of more reflective than the rest because they seem to be some sort of a different material, kind of more plasticky compared to the fabric of the jersey. So, really cool detail. Come on, defense. Defense turns it around. That's a big one. All right, halfback inside zone, right to left. Again, Chuba Hubbard. Here we go. 56 is a dude that we need to watch out for. Demario Davis. Yeah, that's a big player. That's a big dude. Lindsey Rainey, again with an injury. Frustration here. I do understand that. But not to worry. Not to worry. 2nd and 12 here. Let's go inside zone. Left to right. Frank Gore Jr. Going here on this one. Power halfback. A lot of shoving back and forth. 3rd and 4. We make it manageable. 3rd and manageable. There we go. Do we go with a slip screen? Do we feel? How do we feel about that? Or do we go with an under? Gun under TYQUAN Thornton taking this one here. I think we could try this. Because they are lining up over there. I'm not sure if I could break through. So let's just try this one here. Here we go. Alright. And that was actually Frank Gore going with the route. Perfect accuracy. I was looking to the left, but then I threw to the right. And luckily my eyes didn't separate. Let's go. Skinny post here. LaVisca Chenault on the turn is when I'd like to hit him. Or do we go with a blunt dive? I think a blunt dive is what it's at. Let's go. Boom. 2nd and 9. 1 yard. Things are getting a little bit more tricky now. With the defense is kind of picking up on the run game. It seems like that's what's happening. Play action crossers. Here we go. Right to left. LaVisca Chenault, 84%. Tommy Tremble has that perfect route here. But yeah, slapped away. 2-minute warning. Red zone halfback scissors. Miles Sanders didn't manage to hold on to these balls all game long last week. And the week before that, actually. So that was kind of annoying. But we're not going to let ourselves be deterred here. Tommy Tremble. Come on, man. This is up to you. Just get past Demario Davis and Werner. Catch. 88. And that was perfect. That was really well done. Terrace Marshall Jr. Forwards. And a lot of tough hitters there. Marshawn Lattimore. Number 56, Demario Davis, midline backer. I'm sure Tyrann Mathieu was in there somewhere. Just getting ready to rip someone's head off. Limp Bizkit song, by the way. Break stuff. Feel like ripping someone's head off. It's actually a pretty cool one. If you don't know it, do check it out. Open up a second window here on YouTube. Just enter that one. And Tommy Tremble powering forwards. One thing I would like to know is why some players look like they have smaller heads, or where the helmet looks a little bit bigger or better fitting. Sometimes the helmet looks super small. Oh, yikes. Number 23, that's Marshawn Lattimore. Almost picking that one. 3rd and 4. Right, incomplete pass. So we're going to go with a double cross here. I feel like this one is a good one. Again, Frank Gore or Tommy Tremble going the routes here. Alright, and that is... I mean, that's not even... that's not even in the general vicinity of where that player was. So, we're going to punt it towards the outside here. Do we get it straight towards the outside? I think we do. It's actually a pretty good one. 9 yards. 9-yard line is where they'll restart their drive. Derek Carr was so good on the rejects. Such a good quarterback. I really loved it. And I think right now I can say it without spoiling stuff, but we won a freaking Super Bowl with him. Oh, is that a flag, and is that a roughing the passer? Alright, it's not. I would have liked it to be. I would have liked it to be. Alright, let's go with a wise sail here. We need to push forward, and we need to kind of get into field goal range. That would be the target. Tommy Tremble, who's getting tired. And there is a lot of pressure coming here. Oh my lord. What exactly was that? What exactly was that? It looked like he caught it, and then he kind of chucked it away again. So... not exactly what I wanted to see here. So, 4 verticals. Let's go. Let's line this one up here. Tommy Tremble's getting super tired at the moment. Also, something that I'm not really too keen to see here. Come on, man. Just survive those hits, and that's a first down. Fantastic. Timeout called. Here we go. Momentum is on our side, by the way. That's an important one. I would really like to have those 3 points buffer. So TYQUAN Thornton, this is on you, man. You got to run like hell. You got to get us to the 20 would be fantastic. Just like that. All right, well done. 4 seconds on the clock. We stop it. We're at the 19. That's exactly what I asked of you. Coming in from the free agents pool. And immediately making an impact here. Bringing us into field goal range. Cade York. I think that's a doable one. And here we go. It's also pretty precise. So there we are. 10 and nothing. Heading into the second half of this game. So there we go. That is nice. Continue to next moment. Come on, defense. All right, not happening. But at least we have that slight buffer built in right there. So, Chuba Hubbard. Here we go. Stopped here. 3 yards. Not a lot. Demario Davis. Such a hard-hitting mid-linebacker. Let's go. Tommy Tremble or Blake Whiteheart. This is a tight end play, and I certainly want to utilize one of them. Alright, that is a beauty actually. Oh, I would have loved to break through here because they were completely open. They were blitzing. Let's take a look at the play. Yeah, Saw O Blast. That's a full-on blitz. And I would have kind of angled that. I would have had it. Completely open field. Bummer. Bummer. There we go. Demario Davis. Who else? He's going to have a lot of total tackles today. But so far, I'm hoping that we don't jinx anything. We're playing quite clean. Not a lot of mistakes here. Double slants. Let's see. Can we hit Thornton or Laviska Shenault? There we go. Catch and hold on to the ball. That's always super important. 10 and 14 today for Bryce Young. Let's be aggressive. Let's go for a bench here. Laviska Shenault, 84% fitness level. Short week, I know. There we go. Hard hits, and he survives it. Blake, you are the man. 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line. The Salem, I'm not sure about this one. I kind of like the route that Marshall is going, but not sure about the others, though. Let's see if we can pull it off. Ooh, knocked away. Marshall Lattimore. I couldn't wait that long, though, for this play to develop. So I had to go for it. Mesh spot time. And who's activated? Who is that? Marshall Lattimore. Oh, crud. Not exactly what you want to see, right? All right. Tommy Tremble. He's dead tired, but he survives the contact. Oof. Ben Sinnott returning in 3 weeks' time. Pete Werner was there, as he always is. He's just always super fast. He's just always super fast. Chuba Hubbard, right to left. Here we go. 76, get a block in there. Oh, number 32. Oof. We can really get those 8 yards. We could have gotten 10. And without being greedy, I think that would have been realistic. But veteran player is hard to come by, hard to break through here, to be honest. Thursday night prime time. Here we go. Do we go with a shallow cross or do we just go for a run game? Let's go with a halfback zone weak. Right to left. I just need Ekim to create some space here. There we go. Beautiful. Some yards, 44. That's Chop Robinson. And a stop. Inside zone, Miles Sanders. We're going to keep up the run play here. Don't allow yards. Marshawn Lattimore, 10 more and he's out. Tighter coverage, more interceptions on contested catches. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm a little bit scared of. Seeing him intercept the ball. Though not really keen to have that happen. So Tommy Tremble and LaVisca Chenault, that is a super aggressive play actually. Do I like the flanker spot? Let's try this here. Tommy Tremble. Ah, and that's overthrow. Poor accuracy. Out of reach. That would have been the step into that area. We're gonna go with the verticals here. I am gonna be looking towards Tommy Tremble, but if Terrace Marshall Jr. does get in there, just like that, we are gonna pounce forward and we're gonna go down at the 1 yard line. That's exactly the way this play is intended to work. On that route, I just wanted to break inside quickly, get 1 or 2 yards, and then it's open space, depending on where the secondary is set up. This time it was set up pretty close. But yeah, you never know. You never know. Not sure if I like this one here, though. I'm just going to try running it in. Chuba Hubbard. There we go. Boom, and we're in. And we are in. We step it inside. Was that Brian Breesy trying to stop us? I don't know what that was right now. Defense turns it around. That's a huge play here from the defensive unit. Super important. Basically, what we were asking for here. Wow. Did you see the Mario Davis? Oh my god. Did you see him upend him? Free fire. Full on blitz. 2nd and 11. We're actually taking steps backward, but we need to make him use those timeouts. We need to make him use those. Oh, crud. Is that going to be an offensive foul again? Can we stop doing that? Please. On the offensive line. LaVisca. Come on, man. 2nd and 17. All right, we're going to set up this one here. They're again looking as if they were going to blitz. As if they were going to blitz. Let's go with the play action double post here. Tremble, Whiteheart. One of you dudes is going to be it. And that is overthrown. Tommy Tremble's very slow at the moment. The good thing is now we do have some distance here in terms of the scoring. But still, skinny posts. LaVisca Chenault, Terrace Marshall Jr. We're going to have those bum rushers coming in. Oh, yikes! And that is an injured timeout for Bryce Young at the best time of the season. And a sack. And we're pushed back. So, let me just say this from the bottom of my heart. For fuck's sake. 4th and 25. Ah, that was a shit drive. That was an utterly shit drive. Johnny Hecker coming out here. Caleb Bullock, Frankie Louisville. All right, there's no way getting past it, but from the 42-yard line, 56 seconds. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Personally, I would have seen a lot of things happening, but not this. Not losing Bryce Young again. That's basically the worst case scenario. I do hope it's nothing bad. I really pray it's nothing bad. Not for the second time in this season. So, TYQUAN Thornton, here we go. And that's Zach Wilson at his finest. That's on you, my man. That is on you. I still am defending him a little bit. I'm still saying he's not horrible. He's not horrible. He could be worse, right? Number 23. That's Marshawn Lattimore almost getting this one. Yeah, we're going to go for a final run here. The last quarter, I would say, wasn't our finest gameplay here, but we're just going to go around here, push forward. We're down to the final seconds, and that's the game. Here we go. We're going to take a win on the road, and that's actually all that counts. In the end, I would have preferred a beautiful, I don't know, 38-7 game here. Oh, that was Bryce Young. Did he return? I don't know. Good game anyways. So here we go. Derek Carr, Bryce Young, and Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson didn't get anything done. Bryce Young, 171 yards at least, 0 touchdowns. That kind of hurts a little bit. Derek Carr, 185, 68% completion rate. Chuba Hubbard did a lot of the heavy lifting here, 2 touchdowns. So, receiving, let's take a look here. Terrace Marshall Jr. actually really did quite well. Alvin Kamara, 69. You know you're in trouble when the opposition running back is the second highest receiver. It just wasn't a very aggressive game. I think defenses really dictated this one here. Tommy Tremble, 1 drop. TYQUAN Thornton, 1 drop. Even if I really feel like he was pretty good. He just felt as if you were not new to the team. That actually was pretty cool. So, what about defense? Demario Davis, solo tackle leader, no surprise. Total tackle leader, 11. Jesus effing Christ. 2 tackles for loss. What about sacks? Jeremiah Trotter got in there, that's good. Brandon Dorius got a sack. Danny Stutzman got a sack. Mike Hilton and Demario Davis teaming up for a sack. Yeah, that was brutal. No interceptions though. That is very nice. And on the kicking side, Cade York just converted everything. Yetur Gross-Matos. I'm really proud of how the guys played on defense. To be banged up and still recovering and shut down their offense like that. Get the win is a major statement about what we're about. Right, nice. No days off. Executing the game plan on a short week has the defense fired up and resulted in plus 10 morale for each defensive player. There's a typo in there, EA. I don't think that's supposed to look like that. But whatever. Execute the game plan on a short cast defense. We just got that. Did we get it twice now? Did we get 20 morale boost? Oh my god. Come on, guys. That is like the least you could do in quality assurance. Dudes. Alright, 1 new injury. Let's see. Who is that? Who is that? Tommy Eichenberg. Broken wrist, 4 weeks. It's actually insane. That broken wrist is 4 weeks. I mean, for anybody else, that would be like, I don't know, 5 months or something like that. But 4 weeks. All right. So if we look at the return times, all right, we've got Travis Hodges-Tomlinson returning in 3 weeks, Ben Sinnott returning in 3 weeks, and Tommy Eichenberg in 4 weeks. All of these are not starting players, so that's actually not too horrible. I'm actually very relieved that Bryce Young is not injured for longer than just for the game, because that would really put a dent in everything we want to do. Looking at the lineup, I would really like to point out one thing. The way that this offensive line is actually handling itself, and looking at the upgrades next week, we're going to have at least Lindsey Rainey closing in on the 70, and maybe at the end of the season, those are all going to be 70 rated players. That's actually pretty cool in terms of progression. Absolutely loving that one. Jonathan Mingo needs to be able to really step it up and be starting leading wide receiver number 1. I need one urgently. The wide receiver group is solid, I would say, but there's no standout there. Ike Mekwonu, nice on the offensive line. Tommy Tremble, fantastic. Loving that one here. On defense, though, we are really getting better and better, and that is what I'm loving. We're going to have David Van on a 75 rating. We're going to have Landon Jackson on an 80 rating. All right, he started at 72 or something like that. Now, we've got Fadil Diggs here. We've got Brandon Doris. This is a completely new edge rusher and defensive tackle situation here. Stutzman, Trotter, drafted. Yetur Gross-Matos was here before, but we have backup players. Those have been drafted. We've got Kellen Bullock here. We've got Jamie Robinson over here. And then we've got the corners. And led by JC Horn. I really love this defensive group. All right, I just would like to see some more progression now from some of these players just into safer areas. All right, Brandon Dorius, I'm not worried. Brandon Dorius is going to be 80 something by the end of the season. That's easy. Jeremiah Trotter, that's easy. Stutzman should be closing in on the 80 as well. Michaela Bullock is a surefire dude. Jamie Robinson, all that's fine. I would need Fadil Diggs to, I don't know, to just step it up a little bit here. Same with Davin Van. That is certainly something that would help us a lot. He is a scheme fit, so that works. Looking at this here, I also love his stats. He's really, really solid all around. Play recognition could go up a little bit, but other than that, he just needs time to grow. 22, 72, and he's looking fantastic already. So that's really very positive. Look at that next week. That is going to be tricky. The Steelers away, that's always a biggie. Super solid defense. Then the Falcons at home. That is the final NFC South rival. And I do hope, fingers crossed, guys, for next week that the 49ers lose and we can kind of push up and to at least contend for that divisional spot again. All right, so gonna be ending this episode now. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then do drop a like. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Just putting that out there. Very thankful for each and every subscriber out there. You're making this journey very special for me, so thanks for that. And yeah, as always, stay special, everybody. See you next time.